Hello, guys. I hope all of you are doing great. And I believe all of us would like to hear a lot of stories, since our childhoods. And we at Wonders also love to read different types of stories that are out there. So, what we want to do, we want to start a new series wherein we will be discussing about the stories of the real world. So all these stories going forward that you will listen in this series will be inspired by the real life, but they will have some fictional touch to them. So let's get right into it without wasting any more time. So the story that I want to talk about today is Making of a King. So this story is about a guy who used to be a celebrity once, and then after some time, after his career got over, he became a politician. So this will be about the journey, how he became a politician, how he became the king of his country. So that's what the story will be about. So our guy, he used to be a celebrity. Now his age is 55 plus, and he retired from his career. Now he's looking for new career path, because that's what we do when we retire from our job, because he wanted to do something. So now what he wants to do, he wants to become the king of his country. That's what he dreamt of when he used to be a kid, and now he wants to achieve this. But he doesn't have any background in politics, and nobody from his family have ever been or thought of about politics, to get into politics. But he wanted to do this. So what he does, basically, he calls up one of his friends. Let's call his friend to be Mark. So he calls up his friend and explain him that he wanted to become the king of the country. And his friend Mark says, okay, so give me some time and let me just figure it out and I'll get back to you. So what happened, one fine day, he got a call from his friend Mark. And Mark told him that I found a solution for your problem. I'm not sure whether it is going to work or not. And Ryan was very, very excited, and he wanted to know what exactly Mark find out. Please tell me, about that scene. So Mark told him that I came to know about a lady. She's having some divine powers, as she quoted or as she suggested, and a lot of people who went to her with a problem, she was able to fix those problems. And Ryan asked, how is that possible? So he says that she claims that she has some kind of divine powers with which she can talk to God or discuss the problems of people with God, and then God tells her what to do and how to fix these problems, and she is able to solve some people's problem. And probably you should go and visit her at least once. And I have done the background check, and it seems everything seems okay. I mean, you can go and you can give it a shot. Now Ryan, who used to be a celebrity, who used to be a big shot in his industry, and everybody has a crush on him. And I believe all of us, whoever is listening to this podcast, to this video, still do have, I guess, some celebrity crush. So Ryan was one of the celebrity crush of that lady, and let's call that lady to be Jennifer. So Ryan was supposedly, you can say, the celebrity crush of Jennifer, and she was very excited to meet him. Ryan didn't know this, but she was very excited to meet him. And Ryan went to her, and Ryan explained about the problem, that he wanted to be the king, and explained all the things to her. She said, okay, just give me some time. I will help you out to fix this. So what happens is that after some time, she said, give me some time. I will get back to you. So since then, they started talking to each other, and they were having a good vibe with each other, because they were having some common interest. And she was very touched from his things that he has done in his career, and she find it to be a very good company being with Ryan. So they started talking, and they were spending quite a good amount of time with each other. They were seeing each other quite often. And now talking about this lady, she was married to Alex, and Alex belongs to a very good to-do family. He has a very decent job, and he doesn't like to, after 2-3 days, Ryan used to come and meet her. So one day he told her that we are living in a very small town, and it doesn't look nice. people are very narrow-minded here, so it doesn't look good that every day or after few days he's coming here and talking to you. That doesn't look nice. So Jennifer told him that you know what I'm doing? I am just acting as a messenger of God, and he is doing a very good job. I see some potential in him that he will be the future king of our country, and I'm just trying to help him out to be that person. And he will help out all these people. He will get all these people out of their misery. And you are saying I shouldn't help him, I shouldn't meet him, and you don't trust me on this. So Alex says, yes, I do trust you. Understand what I'm trying to say. And she says, okay, I'll try to meet him for the less number of times now. And okay, this went on and on. So what happened is that when they started talking to each other, this main issue, they were not talking about this issue. They were talking about different interest, as I said. So this issue, which is becoming the king, it went to the backseat. Now, one fine day, what happened is that Ryan got a call from Jennifer. And Jennifer claimed that she had a dream last night, which she wanted to discuss with him. And she said, I found the way how you can be the king of the country. And he was very excited to know that. And he said, okay, I'm coming right away and we'll discuss about this. Please let me know what to do. She said, okay, you come and then we'll talk about this. Okay. Now, Ryan visited her and they were talking to each other. And now she was saying that whatever I'm about to say, don't think that this is something I want you to do. I'm just acting as a messenger of God. Whatever instructions God gave me, I'm just delivering these instructions to you. Rest is up to you, whatever you want to do with these instructions. But if you want to be the king, these are the instructions as pointed out by God, you have to follow. He said, okay, please tell me now what to do. So what exactly she told him? She told him that God told me that if you want to become the king, you have to get married to one of the females from my family. And Ryan, he wanted to be the king, so he was ready to do anything. And he said, okay, that's fine. So tell me what to do, to whom I can get married. And she said, you can get married to my sister, younger sister. She is probably 24. You can get married to her. And he was like, no, that's not possible. I mean, it's going to ruin my image. It's going to be a disaster for my PR, because I am a person whose age is 55 plus and I'm getting married to a lady who is 25 or less than that. So that doesn't look nice. It is going to have a very bad impact. And as I have to deal with the international media as well, that is going to be a problem for me. Then she said, what you can do, you can get married to my daughter. And he asked, what is her age? She said, she's only 14. And he said, are you crazy? That is not possible. You're now asking me, get married to a girl who is only 14. That is impossible. That is something that cannot be done. So what to do? Please, I wanted to be the king, but tell me what to do. Some feasible things that can be done. So she said, I mean, I don't want you to do this, but it's just an option that I can see. What you can do, you can get married to me. And he said, but you are already married. How can I get married to you? And then she says, it is just an option. Rest is up to you, how you want to get married, how you are going to get married to me. It doesn't matter to me. It is going to be your call. You have to figure out, you have to find out a way from this. And he says, okay, so let me talk to your husband. And he went to her husband, and her husband obviously shouted at him and said, how can you say this? This is not possible and all. Ask him to go out of their house. And before leaving, he just told her that this is what he told me, and now you have to take this issue and you have to fix this. Now her husband was very, very angry, and he came to her and he asked her what exactly he's saying. This is ridiculous. And she asked him to calm down, just sit down and just relax, have some water. I will explain. Now, talking about Alex, her husband, he was a very spiritual guy, and he used to believe in the divine power, and he was also used to believe his wife have some powers and she is able to help out people. So he listened to her, and what she said to him is, what we are doing, we are just following the instructions which are given by God to us. And if somebody comes in, if you are trying to stop me or him, you are being an obstacle in our path, in the instruction to follow, the God's instruction that we are trying to follow. So that is not going to be good for you. You will have to face some consequences. And one more thing, if you help me in this, then God might help you or will give you some rewards. And as he was a spiritual person, so he agreed. Unfortunately, he agreed, and he said, okay, that's fine. Then what happened is that after this, what happens? Alex gave her divorce, and she got married. She got married to Ryan, and after this, Ryan eventually he became the king of the country. So yeah, that's the end of the story. So you might be looking for some kind of conclusion. What is the conclusion of this story? But actually, what I want to do, I want to leave this conclusion up to you guys. However you want to look at it, it should be your call. You should decide who is right, who is wrong, whether that is Jennifer, whether that is Ryan, whether that is Mark, whether that is Alex. So I wanted to leave it up to you and decide, and then tell us what do you think about this story. So yeah, and please leave down the comments so that we can read them, what you guys feel about this story, and then going forward we'll bring some new and some amazing stories for you guys. So that's it from my side, and signing off, the Wonders.